It's Mr. DeRusha. I'm one of your assistant principals, and I'm going to be discussing backpacks and lockers for the 22-23 school year. All of you will be issued an academic locker and physical education locker. FIAD lockers are for your FIAD clothes, your shoes for FIAD, things of that nature. Academic lockers for your jacket, hats, gloves, boots, whatever you need during the school year that should not be in the classroom. You can put those in those lockers. Backpacks will also be allowed for you to bring from class to class. With that, expectation is you will always have the things necessary for that class if you can bring your backpack. So pencils, pens, you shouldn't have to go back to your locker for that. You should always have those with you. And backpacks and lockers are subject to searches by administration if that is needed. Backpack expectations. Keep your backpack clean. So only bring the things you need to school in your backpack. Remember, your backpacks are subject to searches or your lockers. So before you come to school in the morning, check your backpack. Make sure there's nothing in there that got in there on accident over the night before, over the weekend, because I know you use your backpack for a lot of different things. Make a quick check. If you do find something that shouldn't be in there, tell an administrator or tell your teacher immediately so that we can handle that situation. Do not try to keep it a secret because it could potentially be a bigger issue if you keep it a secret than if you just come forward and tell us about it, and then we can address the situation immediately. Organize your stuff in your backpack. That means put things in folders so you can find them to turn them in classes. We do not want missing assignments to occur even though you did them. You just created a giant ball of missing assignments at the bottom of your backpack and you never find it. So please put them into folders so you can turn them in and get credit for the work that you do. And then don't forget to zip up the backpack before you leave. There are many times in the hallway that we find items that fell out of people's backpacks because they just forgot to zip them up. You do have a Chromebook and you have expensive items, so don't allow those to fall out and get broken in the hallways. Just quickly make sure it's zipped. And if you notice somebody else's backpack that's not zipped, just be like, hey, you don't have your backpack zipped, or zip it for them, whatever works. Cell phones. Cell phones are to be turned off and not used during the school day from the start of first period to the end of the last period. Your locker is the best and safest spot for this. Your locker has a lock on it, so therefore your cell phone and your earbuds should be in there. They will be safe there. Notice this does include earbuds and in the hallways. So there should never be earbuds in the hallways or cell phones in the hallways. If we see them, we will either remind you to take it off if it's potentially the first time that it's happened. But if it happens more than once, we will probably take it, or we will have your adult come and get it at the end of the school day. So again, earbuds are a no, cell phones are a no. And this includes in the hallways. So we should not see either one of those in the hallways at all this year. I know this is a change for some of you from last year. Lunches must be kept in backpacks or lockers. So if you bring a lunch from home, it must be kept in a backpack or locker just to make sure that we keep the classrooms clean and organized during the class times. Storage. Each teacher has discretion to determine where backpacks are stored in the classroom. They might allow you to put it under your desk, or they might have a specific spot in the locker or in the classroom that your backpack needs to go. Either one is acceptable, and it might change depending upon what you're doing in that class. For like a lab, backpacks might be in a different spot than a more structured classroom setting. Chromebooks, your backpack may not protect your Chromebooks from cracking. So just remember, always think that there is a Chromebook in your backpack and everybody else's backpack. So do not throw them, do not hit them, do not step on them, because it could break them, and then that can get expensive to replace a Chromebook. So just remember, assume that there is a Chromebook in everybody's backpack. Again, thank you so much. We look forward to this school year. Thank you for following the protocols that we have in place. Specifically, we know the hardest ones are going to be making sure you get your stuff to class on time, and then making sure that your cell phone and your earbuds are off and put away. We should never see them. So make it easy for yourself and make it easy for everybody else in your family. Do not have your earbuds on in the hallways or in class unless the teacher tells you can. Otherwise, no earbuds, no cell phones. Keep them locked in your locker. Have a great rest of your day, and we look forward to the school year together.